And hello everybody, welcome to this game I have spectated on. As you can see, we have the Order side versus the Chaos side. Seems these aren't really any sort of important games. It looks like it's a little bit stacked in terms of players that are well known towards the Order side, just because we have Irafa and Emolitu on the same team, whereas on the Chaos side, not really that many well-known names. I do vaguely know Pro Shony Boy and Melcy FTW, but that's mostly because of my experience in the European scene, not really just because they're actually any famous names. We do see a Soulstone star coming out on the side of ISIS, which is quite interesting. If you have a look, if you don't know what it is, it's whenever you hit an enemy with a basic attack, it will get you these sort of stacks, and then when you get to up to 5 stacks, you will get 30 extra magic power on your next ability. But while you're not using those stacks, it will slowly give you more mana per 5 seconds. So basically, it's much more of a, if you know that you are going to be safe during safe in the laning phase, and you're more focused on doing things like keeping and sustaining in the lane for as long as possible in mana rather than health, Soulstone is a lot better. It also allows you for these sort of big burst combos or something like that. Let's actually also swap everything around so everyone is in the right place. I assume it's going to be an Anubis mid. I'd be surprised if it wasn't an Anubis mid. This looks like what it should be, except that. There we go. Yeah, so it is a Hades solo. Again, not really that much interesting coming out of build except for the Soulstone. Everything is fairly standard. We do see the difference, the two different builds coming out from the ADCs. Apollo going into the Devourer's Gauntlets, meanwhile the Xbalanque has gone into Transcendence. Again, very sort of, this is usually what you see anyway, because Apollo is more of a basic attack style clearer, and even though Xbalanque is a basic attack style clearer, the only way he can use basic attacks is by using up a lot of mana. So makes a lot of sense. We do see a bit of fighting coming out over here between this. Bakasura does actually steal one of the minions away, gets to the second one, but he's in a lot of trouble. He's on about half health already. Luckily for him, they don't really have any of the stuns coming out from both Thor and Anubis, so he does get out fairly safely. Back over in the left lane, we're going to see a little bit of a farm in favour of the Order side, but this is expected just because Xbalanque has a little bit of difficulty clearing out early on. Back in the mid lane, though, there's going to be another fight, although this is guaranteed mid camp's going to Order side, so they took both. Thor and Anubis are actually ganking over towards this left-hand side. They have been called out, though. They do, both Ymir and Apollo do know about this, so they slowly backed away just enough so that they can't really do anything. Thor is still in the area, though, looking for what he looking to going on Apollo. Thor is actually going for Ymir instead. This should be a guaranteed kill onto him. Actually going to get the double tap onto Apollo as well, not going towards him, however. Bakasura and Isis did call this out. They weren't able to really rotate fast enough, so what they decided to do was actually start stealing some of Thor's jungle. As you can see, they stole this camp up here, of which that is now being called out by Chaos, so they know that it's gone already. Over on this solo lane, it looks like it's going in favour of Hades, actually, just because of that. And now Hades could actually go in on this if he wanted. Doesn't hit the slow, though, and doesn't hit the ultimate either, so that's just going to be a very unfortunate thing. You can see Osiris hopping in joy that the Hades wasn't quite able to get the combination off, because it could have been very detrimental for the Osiris. He's actually going to try and go into the Hades, do as much damage as possible. Hades is going to heal up a little bit, and then just jump away. Back over in the mid lane, though, we're going to see stun onto Isis. Isis using her ultimate. Bakasura coming over here as well. That's the ultimate there. Anubis is down. Now Thor is the only person left remaining out of this middle fight. Looks like he's just going to run away, especially as Bakasura minions are chasing him into the jungle. But Bakka's actually gone the same way to try and stop Thor, but that's not where Thor wants to go. He was going back into the mid lane, trying to go on the ice and doing a lot of damage to him, going to be able to teleport out using Mjolnir's attunement. That looks like a disengage. He does want to go back on this Isis though. He doesn't have his ultimate yet, however, which means that the Isis should be able to escape fairly easily. Back over here, Hades still has lane pressure again, just because Osiris is very difficult to get lane pressure against someone who can immediately clear the wave. And you can see as well with this Fearless, because Osiris is mainly a basic attack clearer, it makes it so much more difficult for him to actually keep any of the, keep this Hades from not doing a large amount of clearing. Bit of an odd way of clearing for Hades. Usually you go into the 2-3 or the 1-3 because it'll heal you, clear the wave very quickly, but I think it was more to try and keep the Osiris a little bit more safe. Gonna go and start clearing out the mana buff, but he is on his own for a bit because Thor is looking for the mid lane after Order clears out the right side mid camps, and they're looking for the left side again once they clear this wave. The game slowed down a little bit now, so let's have a look at the graphs quickly. As you can see, it is in favor of Chaos, even though they didn't get First Blood. They have been able to farm just enough to be able to keep better, especially over in this lane here. If we go and have a look at the net difference between these two, you can see that there's nearly a 500 gold lead between these, which is more than enough to compensate for this gold difference. This is where Hades excels. He can just completely dominate his lane and just get out. We did see Thor using his ultimate to get away from Bakasura and Isis there. Bakasura did use his ultimate, but again, couldn't really find anything with it. Osiris is still taking a lot of poke in this lane, however. This Hades is taking some back, but with the amount of healing Hades has with his 3, it makes it so much easier for him, although Hades is still getting poked out quite a little bit. Cyrus looking to stop him from backing. Hades is here, he doesn't have much to do, he's going to try and heal. Does take a little bit, actually going to go into the ultimate. Cyrus is forced to use his own out. Still going to be here, going to get neither a double tap. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a bad wall, and he's going to try and get the Cyrus, does get it, but goes down to the Bakasura, who rotated just in time to be able to take that kill. Anubis starts rotating over but couldn't really get there in time, so now he's trying to get back to the lane, but this is not where Anubis excels. Is going to get the stun as Isis ultimate comes out, but just backs away because of that Isis ultimate itself. Baka is about half health over here, could take quite a bit of damage, is going to heal up using the Eat minion and just start his own blue buff. Hades did get his own blue buff as well, and it's also still on him because he hasn't died yet. So currently this is very good for Hades. Even the Osiris has died, so he's going to be even further behind. It's sitting at somewhere along the lines of 600 gold now. Farming up again. There's a lot of chase going on to this Ymir. He's looking for the Xbalanque, who knows that he's right there. Ymir going to look for the freeze, probably not going to really be able to. Actually, is going to find it, but moves behind him. Ymir is going to be taking a lot of damage. He's going to be the first to fall, and Apollo falls immediately afterwards. Big rotation from Chaos, though. Not sure whether Order's going. Order was going to look for someone in the middle lane, but the Athena ultimate is going to keep them off. Osiris is actually over here onto the Hades, trying to do as much damage as possible. He's going to get into about half health, but Hades is really still quite tanky. Going to get stunned out by the Xbalanque ultimate, and that is that. Now Thor coming on Blackline. Bakasura is very low, doesn't know he's there. This could be Bakasura, but no, he mistimes the attunement, and now Isis and Bakasura should be able to get out. Meanwhile, Osiris is still very low over here, going to be forced to use the ultimate away. Anubis doesn't quite have anything. Thor going to take a tower shot. Again, can't quite find the last bit of damage that he needs. That's going to be another disengage coming out. Ymir trying to go onto Athena. Bakasura on no health though. Xbalanque going to nearly die, but not quite die. Ymir's not paying attention. Actually, no, Emily does get it picked up due to the minions. Hades' ultimate going to come out. Isis blinked into her own ultimate, but it's into the Hades as well. Going to take out 2 of them as well. Thor Thor looking for the Isis, but a great Ymir wall going to keep him away. Anubis is chasing after the Isis still, going to get the Spirit Ball, but not going to land it, just enough to keep them away. And Thor is also going to run away from the Ymir. Anubis has no mana though. This could be a good kill for Emir. Going to be able to get the carpet and take the mid-camp. Thor as well going to get stunned out. Apollo, this entire time, has actually just been split pushing over here. So now he's going to get quite a bit of damage onto this tower. It's probably going to be on about 1,600 health maybe. Probably a little bit more than that actually. But Osiris has done even more work. This is now sitting on about 500 health. He could potentially take it out before the Hades goes, but he's going to play it safe because he would die if he tried to take it out. Good call from him. So now's another good time to talk about builds. As we can see, the Bacchus-Saur's gone into a Fatalis, so he'll be going into Hastened Fatalis, which will give him a lot more sticking power. Cyrus actually going to try and get a little bit of damage onto Hades. The Athena ultimate's going to come out. This could be a very bad fight for him. He's just used his ultimate as well. Athena's going to find the taunt in. Osiris taking so much damage, he's going to be down again. Hades does have his dash away. Same as Athena, but Bacchus-Saur is here to finish off the Hades. Going to look for the Athena, going to use the ultimate as well. Isis is here just to make sure that happens. Now Anubis and Thor have rotated over. Anubis isn't going to look into there, and Thor is also going to back off. But this is the tower going to order. Anubis blinking in over the wall, not going to find really anything. Going to get the stun ball, and Bacchus-Saur actually going to do so much damage, but not enough to be able to finish him off. Great Thor ultimate into that. Anubis going to try and turn it around with his own ultimate. Air Frost Breath after blinking over the wall, and that's another kill to the order side. Teleport coming into the Chaos Tower. And it looks like Order should disengage. Back over in the middle lane though, Apollo and Xbalanque are fighting it out. Xbalanque is probably going to be the leader in this fight, just a little bit. And Apollo, they're actually just going to split off. Back over there, here though, Hades is going to get stunned out after 10 and using his dash. This is the end for him. Thor going to get slowed out in the top side as well by Osiris, but it's such a small slow that it doesn't really matter. Athena coming out the back line, but recognizing this, Order just decides that the best thing to do is not just to stop fighting. Apollo is still in the mid lane, however. He's actually doing a hell of a lot of damage to this tower. He probably knows that Xbalanque is over here, so he's going to use his ultimate to get all the way over here onto this Xbalanque and stop him from split pushing. This is exactly how you should be playing Apollo. First didn't go on, he went on the Xbalanque itself rather than the minion wave, because that would have meant that he could focus more damage onto the Xbalanque itself. He is in a losing battle here. He needs someone over here quickly. Otherwise, he's going to have a lot of problems trying to defend this tower. Emir is in the area, though, so this could be a lot better for him. Xbalanque doesn't have much lifesteal either. Just gone into a Bound Gauntlet, so he has 10% physical lifesteal. He will be going to Soul Eater, though. So this is most likely going to be the allied style build. Actually, middle lane, I'm going to see Thor trying to go into his ultimate. Not enough time. Anubis going to blink away. Xbalanque ultimate coming out. They're going to look for Apollo. Apollo uses his dash out, and that should be in play. Athena ultimate was also used. Emir rotating to the middle lane, looking for the Anubis, and Athena behind him. Actually, Bacchus-Saur going to blink in, trying to go into the Anubis, and that's him down. Athena is in the area. Surrender actually comes out, most likely on the Chaos side. Athena going to get stunned out, taking a lot of damage here. Doesn't have the dash away, and that's another kill going to the side of Emir, along with the tier 1 tower. Xbalanque is lurking in the jungle, but nothing's really going to come up for that. So it looks like Order just want to go for the next tier 1 tower, of which is the only one left in duo lane. The Bacchus-Saur does drop the attachment buff. He's going to meet the Xbalanque, try and get a little bit of damage here. Realize this is probably not the best thing. Going to get stunned out, not going to hit the double, or hit the double tap, doesn't teleport to it. But this should be a dead Bacchus-Saur. Going to get a nice ultimate hit there, and that is another kill to the side of Chaos. Great Wall teleports through though. Stun coming out. This could be a dead Emir as well. He doesn't have Frost Breath up for a little bit. Doesn't hit the Frost Carpet either, and that's another kill going to the side of Chaos. Cyrus is in the middle lane, not really in much danger, but there are definitely a lot of Chaos around. If we go and have a look at the grass quickly, we can see it is still in favor of the Order side in both XP and gold, but it has dipped a little bit at the end. So slowly, because of those 2 kills, you can see the big dips there. does seem to be it is going to be in favor of Order a little more and more as the game progresses. Chaos can definitely come back from this, though. Alright, I'm just going to have a very quick drink. And so, I hope everyone's doing okay. We do see that Xbalanque has now finished his Soul Eater. And, he's going to be able to start boxing a little bit more. The ultimate coming out from Athena, most likely looking for the Xbalanque, who is fighting this Apollo. Isis and Ymir rotating over. This could be a very bad fight for the Xbalanque very soon. Just realised it now. Not going to hit the Spirit Ball though. Xbalanque going to use his ultimate along with the Isis ultimate. Should keep him alive for a little longer. Ymir blink, freeze, and Xbalanque going to die here. Being trying to get the taunt, but it wasn't fast enough. Still going to Apollo. Athena's going to look for Isis. May actually find her. Not quite though. Thor ultimate going to come in. Going to try and get the tap. Doesn't get it due to the Aegis, but he is able to finish it off. Athena very low though. Going to finish off underneath tower by the Apollo. Back to Thor. Also going to finish off the Anubis. Looking for the Thor. Very low though. Both of them. Back to Thor actually going to go down first. Thor's still not quite dead yet, finally going to go down to the Apollo. So that is 4 kills coming out from there. Hades tried to TPO to the left-hand side. Luckily, Osiris was able to actually stop him. And it looks like Hades and Osiris are actually going to have a fight, going to get slowed down. Hades doesn't have a tower, and Osiris does have his ultimate. He could have gone in if he wanted to. But Hades with his own ultimate and a lot more power due to this Book of Thoth, most likely going to be able to win that engagement. This tier 1 tower still hasn't gone down yet. It's on about 50 health. So just one basic attack from Apollo will be able to secure it. Xbalanque needs to spend his time just defending this tower if he wants to, or he can look for other places and get some farm elsewhere, because this tower is dead, effectively. It is just free gold on the map. He is going to try and get a little bit of aggression onto this tower, which is very nice, but this is going to cause him some problems because now there are 3 people rotating over. They're going to find the stun, Bede's going to force out. Blanca's taking a lot of damage, not going to be able to find the wall as well. Should be him dead. There we are, finally going to go down. Athena should be able to finish off Isis though, not quite, with a beautiful Mesmerize coming out from the Apollo, and it looks like Isis is going to scrape away for free. On the right hand side, we're going to see Hades and Bakasura go fighting out along with Osiris as well. This is going to be very nasty for the Hades, going to be able to jump over the wall, and that is it. Osiris going to use the ultimate as pure overkill to finish him off. Anubis and Bakasura are going to meet Thor in the area as well. It looks like Bakasura is just going to go for the mid camp. Takes one, leaves the rest because he knows it's not going to be a good idea. Anubis actually focuses on the damage. Bakasura is taking way too much. This could be him dead, and he's going to die before he can get the last base attack onto the Anubis. Image should be able to finish off the Anubis though. Actually going to miss the freeze, and the blink's going to come out. Anubis should be safe. Thor also going to be able to use Mjolnir's attunement out. That was very close. Very close. I do see Apollo on the left hand side taking out the purple buff, looking for more push. He was able to finally take out this tower. Thor and Xbalanque are in the area, but they can't do much. This is just such... Order has a nice lead. They're looking for Gold Fury. Apollo going to be starting it up. Ymir following very soon. Ymir doesn't have his ultimate though, neither does Isis. This could be good contention for Chaos, but they have no idea about it, except Thor just sees it here. Kind of trying to get the top of that, but not going to be able to find it before Order takes it down. Apollo taking a lot of damage from Xbalanque. They're going to get Frostbite out. This is actually Xbalanque dead, possibly. Ultimate from Ymir not going to hit. Thor is in the area as well. Anubis sitting behind Thor, actually going to go into his ultimate, looking for someone, not quite sure where he's going to be looking for though. Could be the Isis, yeah, is going to go land on that. Nice Mesmerize out, is going to keep him, well, going to keep his Barrage out. Actually, so much damage. That's going to be a kill for the Order side. Freeze coming out onto the Athena, taking quite a bit of damage here. Freaking Curse was used, silence out of the dash, and that's another kill. Apollo going all the way up here, dashing into the tower. Actually, minions could do a very nice job of keeping Xbalanque alive here. Going to try and get the Serenade out, and finally goes down. to Isis, actually. Hades teleports over here, Anubis in the backline as well. Hades is going to be taken down almost immediately. Anubis is here, but what can he do? Going to look for the Apollo, going to get stun onto the Ymir, but this is not going to be enough what he needs. Actually, not going to find the Ymir either. It's just on a scrap of health left. Tier 2 tower fallen on this left hand side, and it's probably going to go down on the right hand side as well, because Athena and Thor are the only people who can defend, and Osiris is going to have a full minion wave, although they don't have much health left. Could be a little bit of a savior from for the Chaos side. And as Athena is over here now, it's still guaranteed, but Baku is going to at least steal the speed away. It looks like Order just has complete control of this jungle. Athena's going to use the taunt, not going to find much though, teleport, or dashing out. Thor is here, probably going to try and look for the 2-1, but not really going to be much damage coming out from that. So the best thing to do is just wait for, don't use abilities, and then look for the net fight upcoming. Athena's here, gonna dash away. Baku's gonna chase her up. Athena's in way too much problem. Nice taunt as well. Actually gonna keep her alive for a little bit. Going to try and burst it. Not gonna fight it. Hades blinks over the wall again. Baku's looking for the Athena. Not gonna find anything. He's actually gonna go down properly. Gonna be able to jump away from over the wall. Osiris over here looking for that Athena. Not gonna be the target. Baku's is gonna blink away as well. Like over here. And Hades is able to finish off. Well, Hades is finished off by Isis. Osiris is just running away, knowing that there's not really anything he can do. Bacchus still trying to get out, actually. Over on the left-hand side, Apollo and Xbalanque are fighting. Apollo has crit, but Xbalanque is hitting his auto. Is going to be able to get the Mesmerize out. Not really going to find anything. This could be quite close and quite disastrous. But there are 3 people running towards Xbalanque. Apollo needs to be careful though. He may die underneath tower. Going to be able to take that down. Xbalanque is trying to run away from the 3 men of Order, but that's not going to be enough. Thor came behind as well. Couldn't find anything. Just going to sit back. This is looking very unfortunate for the side of Chaos. Hades has had a really nasty time. Personally though, I feel like the main reason is the fact that he built Book of Thoth. It's a good item in terms of damage, but it's so slow in actually building anything. And Lu is taking so much damage from the ice, is going to be so low. Wow. That's a lot of damage. I mean, let's actually have a look. Yeah, sitting currently player damage wise is insane. I can't. There, it's 4. Need to remember that one. But yeah, you can see 17,000 player damage, nearly 18,000, the highest in the game. That is definitely going to be a very nasty thing, and the surrender vote does actually come out. So very well done to the Order side. Unfortunate for Chaos, they were definitely having a couple of issues. They did do a very good job, however. They definitely tried. Props to Xbalanque and Thor. They were definitely the 2 best on the side of Chaos. But as I said, it was most likely a stacked team, and without a doubt, it definitely was in favour of the Order side. Anyway, enough said. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you at some other point.